All right, and we are officially live. It's the My Part of Town podcast. I'm your boy, Mr. Seating Force, aka Poppy Carlo, the bad boy, up in the house causing trouble, getting ready to cause a little bit more. We out here tearing up and glaring up to the hair starts staring up. And we're gonna see what's going down. Of course, we have Bolo and them loading in. I'm just sending out links and emails and stuff right now. Complicated sort. I'll just play some opening videos and stuff to get the show started. As mentioned, I'm Mr. C. Enforcer. We'll have Mr. BAS in here a little bit later, who says that these beaches ain't shite. And also, we got Bolo M. Tautology, aka BMT the Mastodon, who may come through in a little bit also, or he may be asleep. We'll see how that goes. I'm just getting organized here. I always start things out by playing a little music as we get the links and all that kind of stuff going. And we shall get organized and see what's happening. And this is the My Part of Town podcast, the show that's all about Philly and silly things. For copyright uses, I'm just going to go ahead and stick to playing some of my own stuff for now until I master this whole videos and sharing and copyright music and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to play some of my stuff and call it that. So, all right, then we'll play that, and then we'll hit share and hit this. Hit you. Fair use, people don't mind me.
Make me go. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and makes me go. Yeah. Baby girl, what you say, what you do? Every time I take my time, I look at you. Talk about my baby, oh, you're beautiful. You're looking like you got the food of beautiful. Ooh, better work it out. Cause I love it, baby girl, you got to work it out. But every time I figure out to lay with you, it be some new type of shit that you won't wanna fool. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and make me go. Make me go. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and make me go. Make me go. Yeah. I remember first time was a sunny day. Came out on the street with the cousin play. I saw a girl, she looking so perfect right. I saw a body, she looking so good and tight. Got to grab her on stool, then I took her to my place, had to talk to her cool. Then we laid around and we acted like fool. Then we made love all night, made her body drool. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and make me go. Make me go. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and makes me go. Make me go. Yeah. Baby girl, a few years later, I played a few weird things, but I paid her. I figured, yo, she hitting home was like a bucket. And yeah, we do it all night and then suck it. Whoa. Yo, we won the right. Now we made a couple babies, then we giving it time. Now we're building on the house and it's going on cool. But I put another layer at the every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and make me go. Make me go. Every time I do, I lay your love and hits me hard and make me go. Make me go. Yeah, bitch. I'm sick of all your shit, now I'm out the house. Yo, I'm dealing on the street, fuck it. Grab a couple billions cause I'm gone. Grab your bitch, say fuck you to the zone. Oh, I see your ass go, see your ass is full. Don't go in like go, you better run it, fucking back, bitch. I'm going on hard, I'm about to take it to my home and get to yelling at God.
You got something to do
Yelling at God.
I'ma see the man.
Why you got so many legs to your baby girl?
I'ma send my cousin Tyrone to come get you. I'ma send that new nigga I met my job to come get you. I'ma send everybody to. I mean, do fuck. I mean, gonna fuck a couple lesbian bitches so I can send them to get you too. Fuck you, nigga, you done.
wound up, baby. Yeah. They put our black trump out of the grave, baby.
Wound up, is it right? Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, you about to get back.
Yeah, black Trump wound up on it every day. I'm driving around the city, mad as fuck. Hey, you pussy niggas better run, you owe me day. I'm in some fucking payback shit like, hey, yo, every nigga that owe me, every nigga that see me, every nigga that talk, he going down tonight. We coming round tonight, huh? You better feel it, niggas. Yo, black Trump life, get my reparations back. Black Trump like couple cyphers in the rack. Black Trump like couple JFK days. Dallas going crazy, the world is in the haze. 4 bodies in a couple days, a few hours. 48 of them, 48 towers, 48 powers. You tried to hold us back, and then they sold us crack. It's time to take it back.
Wound up, things get big. Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, you about to get back.
Yeah, black truck sick of Tommy. Yeah, lunch was good this time. We get out here and take it to these pussy niggas, man. Let's go get these niggas done. Yo, yeah. Afternoon time, switch your car for the evening. Urban type rover shit, got to do with stealing. Balance shit out to your niggas that be coming hotter. Like I'm Goku on my firehead, the hot rider. Yeah, only pain makes me stronger. Pain makes me longer. The pain makes me hunger for your heart, soul, pussy. Don't worry about the things we getting out, we grab it out, we getting stuff. Yeah. Yo, the city is wrong, and the cops is coming hard, cause the people will fall. Cause we got no power, got no dough, we got no balance. Yo, we got no feeling for the same old people intent. We talk about the talking lights get chick, we can't go full. Yo, we talk about the women and the men we on pool. Talk about who fault it is, we out here acting like fool. Yo, it's gotta make you drool, like you on the stool, done shit. Make a nigga jump and bump shit. And then he take it to the house, pack it up, take it out, son shit. And then he got shit, he hot ride shit. Then he drop my shit into the top.
Wound up, things get big. Wound up, get it. Wound up, and my money back. Wound up, you about to get back. Oh.
Can't take everybody from 1619 to 2019. Happy 400th anniversary, yo. They're not gonna fix it. We're gonna have to fix it ourselves, y'all. Listen to the story. Yo. 100 years and you've been holding my stock back. It's time for reparations, time for getting my block back. Give me the block back. It's time for all the changing, nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the next nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the baby nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the pop nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the David Boy. Give me the block back. Give me the block back. Give me the block back.
I need the block back for the day. There's a smell of blood on the curb, smelling red. Man, only dying for the pain we got. Only dying for the stupid shit you put in rock. It started at the Vietnam War, you sent him home. With a bunch of heroin, the way you bent the bone. Sent him back to the crib of babies in the moon. Then they hurt us, then they grabbed the pain and took us home.
100 years and you've been holding my stock back. It's time for reparations, time for getting the block back. Give me the block back. It's time for all the changing, nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the Nipsey nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the baby nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the pop nigga. Give me the block back. I'ma be the Danny Boy. Give me the block back. Give me the block back. Give me the block back.
I want the block back. I need the soundtrack. And that's why I did a video and now I wild that. And now I'm reformed. And now I'm back on live. I got put the fucking whole shit above my legs. And now we out here selling and doing legal wise. We ain't got no guns, ain't got no shit up in the eyes. And then the hater come around and take us all down. That part of killing all you niggas on the hate.
20 years and you've been holding my stuff back. It's time for reparations, time for getting the blocks back. Give me the blocks back. It's time for all the treasure, nigga, give me the blocks back. All my Peter Nixon, nigga, give me the blocks back. All my Peter Payne, nigga, give me the blocks back. All my Peter Pop, nigga, give me the blocks back. All my Peter Taylor, Lord, give me the blocks back. Give me the blocks back. Give me the blocks back. Oh why, the lies you told me. Oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. Just shake you out of
Yeah, Tommy Cruise the whiskers, better than bitch niggas. Pull up strong vehicular, the dripping hard ridiculous. Baby, stop holding my strap. I'm pulling a G up a cat. Always be closing the track. Nah, man, the block is high. 12 gun and block, don't shoot your shot. Ha, yeah, my baby gave it a cool. Gallows and got it a rule. Protecting my baby a fool. The game is we know the blues. Ha, you're gonna lose, nigga. Because you fucked around and slept in fucking stills, nigga. It ain't who you are, it's what you fucking do, nigga. You fuck niggas ain't never had a clue, nigga. I'm always on my Nick Cannon, call me you, nigga. I want you figure, hey. I want you figure, hey. What you figure, hey? What you figure, hey?
Oh why, the lies you told me. Oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. Just shake you out of my head. Oh why, the lies you told me. Oh why, I'm cold and lonely. Book me one time, babe, and I'll be yours forever. 1942, that's you with 11 in me. My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me.
Yo, the C-double-O-C, come on and kick it with me. The scavengers love bottom feed, just call me a guy by the sea. Don't you know who the fuck you are? Reincarnate energy from distant star. Fuck this, fuck that. Rather run and Jason chuck that. Things that make my babies buzz back. Wireless niggas take gats out your hand. Be so blind and got tricked by Obama plan.
That's you with 11 in me. My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me.
Man, Jan, Tony, 2020, and a kick in the can. Pulling problems like fan, fucking rolling like pan. Swagger hoodies made for stopping the Ku Klux and Klan. Shit, fuck you niggas talking about. Always traveling that bumpy route. God damn, man. Yeah, you niggas fucking it all. Pushing on the mangy bodies. Stay on the call. It ain't over, little nigga. What the fuck you gon' do? Every day is due awakening. Nigga boo-hoo. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two. Jordan wanna punch you in the face by your number two.
My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me. My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me. Drink. My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me. My T's for two, that's you with 11 in me. Drink.
I'm just looking for you. I'm just looking for you. Know what you do, can bring it back. I've been here looking for you. I know.
This is a Ryan Little production.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. You feel alright.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Yeah,
I'ma just be
touching these
calling
fucking
for you.
numbers, yo.
I'ma just be
I'm
calling.
looking all
Can't wait
fine,
to see my baby
Where you at?
tonight.
Huh?
You feel alright.
Yo, it's been a long motherfucking day.
Oh,
Yo, check it out.
I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for
Yo,
you.
chase, then I go to the house and then I'm gonna chill. I bring it back and then I ill. We keep it on so real. Red my shoe. It's what I'm out there buying. I'm working hard, then flying. Get purchase, man, I'm crying. We go to the pain, then I chill. I'm worried about, I feel. I cry, then I pill. I'm busting cats and don't worry that. Don't worry about, you gon' go back. My niggas lost, till we get it down. We going out, bro, girls now.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Every time I see that pussy go, drop it all the way on the floor. Bounce that ass one time. Booty so fat, yeah, it's going up now. DJ, yeah, he's smoking on the loud. So he know, she know. Tell a girl, telephone. Smoking on the line, yeah, telephone. Yeah, that's loud. Yeah, we in there now, you know. Smoking on that joint, yeah, we in that zone. Got that weed by the pack, yeah, we in there smoking no whack. What you want? Yeah, we waxed up. Got the dab going. We smoking and we in and then we here going. We got your baby, yeah, she in there throwing pussy. Gon' back it up, she ain't shy. LA, yeah, to the shy. Back and forth, yeah, we do it. We smoking weed, yeah, we get it. We on that cool, like hit it. A hippie nigga smoking. We on that thing, get it. We always skipping and I'm on the scooter trying to fuck your bitch. We smoking, yeah, I'm so lit, baby. I'm so lit, girl.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling. Can't wait to see my baby tonight. It feel alright. Oh, I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you. I'ma just be calling for you.
Can't wait to see my baby tonight.
A few more minutes to live show talk. 9 more minutes. I made this BLT right here with onions. Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Spanish, really BLT. Yes, spinach, lettuce, tomatoes, bacon, and onions.
Working hard, bitch. Steady and he bouncing raw hard work kicks. Niggas brain jumping wide to a higher gear. Black Wall Street boss got standing here. Super nigga like it always bring a fucking fear. Bill Cosby Molly always coming on and in. Those drops, burn the house down. Can't remember shit, but the 9/11 sound. Can you feel it? Huh? Yeah. Right? Huh? Yeah, tell my ass to get the rest, yo. Reparation child works the best, huh? Keep the stomach hurt in the chest, man. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Montreal tell me can't leave, yeah. Sky Park be the residence, rockstar life making heavy sense. I'm a ripping in the road, swerving on the toxic chin. Get it in, many bitches love the hot scent. Just spoil your whole fix all your skins. Lips flapping, in the breeze heavy wind. Use vinegar to tighten all your heavy grin. Chill it out, bitch.
Life a little cold on the streets, smoking little trees, steady rolling on some D's. Even when I ride, you gon' see me married to the money like a boss, like a beast. Talk to him like
yeah, huh? Yo, FBO reaction, get about my section. Thought bones only, niggas don't protection. Drink flows lovely, thugs drink bubbly. This hoes ugly, is that ass fat? Then she fucking busty, dog I need that. Real talk, by the real fucking niggas. Weak hearted that kill niggas. We too busy getting new niggas built, huh? 4 bitches in the water chillin'. It's party time, it's a nigga round. Yo, we turn it up, we made it kill us. Turn them on, cause we got these bitches in they feelin'. It's not cool, yeah, that's how we do.
40 Triple D, 28 and 46 Booty.
You're fascinating, oh so fascinated. How my body takes your eyes for a ride. You're getting faded, oh so intoxicated. Off my sexy little TBS smile. Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. And now you can't say no to me. I got you locked up without a key. Now take these off, don't pass your list. It's not an option, and I'm not waiting. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
Tell me some shit, huh? I got something to say, yo. Yo. It's your brother, got a brother, get my girl what she want. Like a ticking in the bed, it's time for smoking the blunt. That's a Maya, got the fire, time for lighting it up. Like I'm Tiger on the wire, keep my nuts in the cup. Baby Sophie always told me what the things she can do. Chicky bad, chicky hood, steady ride for the crew. Buenos dias to the bosses, what we yelling at you. They say she doing some best, time for drinking the brew. Get on like some motherfucker, it's a party tonight. All my brothers grabbing, baby, ain't no time for the fight. Better try. The booty mommy just to the big get fights like Detroit tonight. I know Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. Now my Mexicana people take a baby to the body. Yeah, we call it Vegan Pico. It's the better lady people. Baby, won't you let me see you?
Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
I'm a good girl, with a bad attitude. I'm not gonna bite you, that hard.
Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. Now lose control, don't bite it off. I got you now, against the wall. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me. Kill the lights, I'm gonna blow your mind. Don't try to run and hide. Tonight you're coming with me. Close your eyes, I'm gonna get you high. I'll make you come alive. Tonight you're coming with me.
That's right, y'all. It's Myrie and Mr. C. We can bring this nasty sound straight to your town. You better turn out them lights when we come through, 'cause we gonna bring it.
Right. And then let me see.
You,
What's happening?
Mr. C, what the fuck was you just playing, bro?
Oh,
I feel like I was in a fucking rave party and shit.
When I first moved to LA, I don't know if you guys remember, there used to be this show called like The Ladies of Hip Hop. One of the bitches on it, her name was Samaya Reed. She a big ass 5'10" Mexican joint that can rap, fine as fuck, right? I actually was talking to her and actually Drea from Philly way before they was famous. We used to talk on the internet and all that. We was about to work on music and everything. She had a contest back when I first got here. Did it make a video where you put an extra verse on one of my songs, and if you win the contest, you know, I'll do a track with you and shit, and we'll make the video. Well, I didn't win the contest, but dog, this bitch literally made a video 6 months later, bodying the entire concept I just showed you. Like, because in the beginning, I put in like my headphones, like I'm listening to an iPod. So the concept is I put in the iPod and I'm kind of jamming out, singing to the iPod. That's why I'm dancing in front of the wall. This bitch took my concept and turned it into this shit where her video starts, she puts in her iPod and then she's walking down the street singing to her iPod song all the time. And I said, and this is 6 months. I said, this bitch done stole my idea. But that's Samaya Reese. And that was, I made that video myself. It was 180 something cuts. So that's my first video I ever made myself by hand. So that was that. How I'm supposed to know. So we in the house. Oh wait, let me turn this fan on. All right, so it's my part of town podcast. Since you got Mississippi Enforcer, Poppy called the bad boy. We also got Bolo M Tautology, aka VMT, who's got Baby Yoda up here looking like he on some glowing shit. I don't know, Baby Yoda look hot. That's a whole nother conversation. And of course, you got the God himself, the King, Mr. BAS, who will always tell you what is BAS again, sir?
Bitches ain't shit.
Just to be clear.
With a capital B.
Just to be clear. Because you gotta let the people know what it really is, and that's what I'm talking about. So this goes to show all about the crib and stuff and whatnot. We always do like little quick wrap-ups before we get into it. So first, let's check on Volo to see if he's still awake. Volo, are you still awake?
I'm still awake. Let Mr. BAS go first.
Oh shit! I mean, you about to go to sleep. All right, Mr. BAS, what's going on with you, sir?
What's good, man? I knew you already know. Customers ain't shit. Pizzeria ain't shit. You already know. What's up with you?
Shit, man.
And bitches definitely ain't shit.
And grinding and whatnot. I tell you, I got this rapper. He's from Gambia. He's an African rapper. He loves rap. This nigga will like come over like 12 o'clock at night and want to be up like recording to like 4 a.m. And I'm like, yo, and I mean, I don't got no kids. I don't got no time, and I do work from home, and he do get me high. He be smoking me out, so I can't complain, right? But I'm like, yo, like, when I'm like here chilling from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, where you at, nigga? that's how shit bothers me. But past that, everything else is good. I can't complain. I'm happy as a runaway slave. I got my tequila. I got my food in me. I just ate a BLT with some bacon and tomatoes and onions. I couldn't be happy. I'm happy as a motherfucker. Can't complain one bit. Anything crazy been happening?
Well, at least I know the Clippers didn't. At least I know the Clippers didn't fucking bring your fucking your whole vibe down and shit.
Oh no. See, well, as a true Philadelphia sports fan, I've learned how to lose and still enjoy my life. Because the Sixers have disappointed me for 30 years. The Phillies have disappointed me for at least 15 years. The Eagles have disappointed me since the day I was born. And whatnot. The Flyers, I don't know, somehow they disappoint me even when I don't expect that shit. You know what I mean? So when I picked the Clippers, I realized that they probably never going to win. Ever.
Especially not with Russell Westbrook over there.
It don't matter who the fuck it is, nigga. I could be running point. I could be 18 for 18 every night from the field. Something weird will happen where like a Mexican will punch me in the knee before the game and ruin the championship, nigga. Like it's gonna be something. Like the Clippers is kind of cursed. That's why I like them. Like I kind of it's like God hates them. So we'll see how that goes. But they did their thing. They did the best they could and whatnot. The Sixers is balling. They looking good. Usually I do a Philly sports wrap up and whatnot. Anything else going on, BS? Any stories you want to talk about? Anything going on in the city?
Well, it's been calm and cool. Yeah, I mean, the weather's nice right now. It's raining. It was raining earlier and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I heard somebody got killed behind my crib, but there's always somebody getting killed around this bitch.
Yeah, that shit is that's everyday stuff now and whatnot. You know, God bless America. But I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? We need to bring back boxing and put some money on it. Like we get all excited about the Garcia and Tank fight, right? Everybody, you know, anybody who's ever been locked up knows that your hands matter more than a bunch of talking and guns, right? Everybody in real life knows that hands and pugilism is what man shit is all about. Yet, fuckers resort to all this other shit. We need to figure out a way to bring that shit back and make it cool again to beat a nigga up. It's just to beat the shit out of a motherfucker. We need to make punks jump up to get beat down cool again. You need to make beating the shit out of somebody and be like, all right, go on home and have your girl lick these wounds we don't put on your bitch ass. Like, you need to bring that back because this shit is like a little too common. And the rich motherfuckers is just chilling like, oh my God, they're so wild down there. This is why I always vote Republican, because I don't want them messing with my taxes. I'm not giving these people welfare money and housing money and reparations. This is what they use it for. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, if like motherfuckers handle like this shit just a little bit different, like a little bit different, they wouldn't have nothing to argue about. But we like fall right into this shit. I don't know. I'm supposed to know.
Anything over there?
Yeah. Bring back pugilism. Free pugilism.
What is that?
Pugilism is the art form of boxing and punching niggas.
Oh, I got you.
What would that? Some would call it the sweet science.
Problem with that shit is that a lot of these people don't know how to fight.
I know, that's why we need to bring that shit back, because it still had like that used to be the test of a man. The test of a man used to be how many women can you have sex with? Do you have strong children, and did you have at least one or two boys? And can you kick somebody's fucking ass if they try to violate you? These used to be the 3 tests of a true man for thousands of years. Thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. This is all we needed to be a man. Can I kick some ass when necessary? Can I knock down a couple of bitches? And you know, can I get some food? That's all it took. We need to get back to that shit. Like, does a nigga have a good right hook? Can he pay a couple bills? And does he at least like fat hoes? Like, you know what I mean? That should be good enough to be considered that dude. So that's what we need. Free pugilism and fat bitches.
Word.
You know, you know, it's tax season. You got to get the big ones when you can.
Gotta keep one gotta keep one all year round, you mean?
Yeah, all year round. That is the truth. It would not. You know what? You know, in Philly it get cold, so you kind of need a thicker sized woman for comfort's sake. You know, in California, you get a big girl, man, you liable to have a fucking heat stroke out this bitch. So you got to keep your woman like skinny and white out here, and light, or at least light skin, like Mexican light skin. Like if they from Jalisco, because the white man done had sex with them good, you get the real light Mexicans, and so the sun reflects off those bitches better. But that's California. But in Philly, it get cold, so you might need some big bitches.
Shit, you always got a refrigerator full of food, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man, yeah, no. I can't in front of her. These motherfuckers know how to eat. I give California one thing. They got a lot of great mom and pop food places, like the spot you're delivering for. You know how we got the steady delis and pizza spots back in Philly, which are all over the city, right? Every 10 feet, right?
Right.
Here, they got kind of like liquor stores and donut shops like that, but they got a weird intermediate thing where there's a bunch of places that are kind of like our pizza shops, like there's Mario's Pizza and Luigi's Pizza and such's pizza. And, you know, we got literally 40 billion different Philadelphia pizza named spots. Well, here, they not pizza places. It's just this guy's restaurant, that guy's restaurant. Dog. LA has kept all the main stream cats out, so it's like all kind of almost like the places you work for, where it's like a million mom and pop places of all races and foods out here. So I give them that. They trying to get fat bitches out here, but won't nobody take the bait.
Bolo, what's up, Bolo?
All is good. What's going on, B.A.S.?
Oh, yeah. What's your rapper, Bolo?
Well, you know, I went to the Phillies game yesterday. Played the Mariners.
How was that? Tell us about it.
Oh man, it's the coolest thing in the world, man. It you know, the park is a beautiful park, man. I suggested to a young lady at my job, like, yo, just buy some nosebleed seats, the cheapest seats you can get, and just walk around and you know, get a cheese stick and watch the game from any angle that you want. They don't, you know, you ain't obligated to sit in your seats. You can just be free and walk around the park and watch it from different little, you know, areas that they have, little tables and stand up airy room where you can, just chill. So it's an experience. It ain't like going to the old vet and just sitting in your chair and being, nosebleed and can't move and everything's just all dingy. It's a beautiful park.
Nice. How did the game go? How would the game go?
Oh,
Did
we
they, did
lost.
they
We lost.
win? Did they lose?
Nah, we lost. And then I went with Pops, Il Product and the youngin, and the youngin just took my brother on a tour, and then they went and bought pizza. It was Dollar Dog night, so I ate like 6 hot
Yo,
dogs.
Volo, man, your voice is going. Oh, that's good. That's you. Should I connect to the hotspot?
What's
Was that?
going in?
Oh, okay, let me get back in, bro, because my shit acting up.
It's me?
No. I think it's okay because I think I heard him going okay. Go ahead, keep going, Volo. And he said he was going in and out, though. I know.
I'm going in and out.
I mean, it sounded okay to me, but he said he's going to hop back in and out to see if it was just him.
Oh, but yeah, man. That was it in a nutshell. Yeah, my son. They spoiled Boom. So they, Dad wanted to buy him all the sodas. He wanted and Il Product buying him pizza and stuff, and his Dollar Dog night. So we went there to eat hot dogs, not.
So they sent you home with a child that was farting and hopped up till 4 a.m.
Nah, he went straight to bed. He had PSAs this morning. He had his standardized testing this morning. So.
Oh, so he just so he thinks he's just better than us, being out having a great time all night and getting up and early. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's Richie Rich. My son is Richie Rich, but we ain't got. I wish I had some of that cash.
Nice. Now, standardized testing. Do you know what kind of test this standardized testing was?
I'm not studying it too much like that. I just whatever the teacher presents is what we'll have conversations about. That's how I'm, problem analyzing with him.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like American, which is English and language arts to us, or mathematics is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That STEM is what they're rapping about.
Mm-hmm.
We just rap all the time. I don't really. He presents it, and then we analyze it and go through it together and come up with solution sets on whatever it is, whether it is English or math.
Mm-hmm.
So that works pretty good for us, So he gets straight A's if he wants, Now I'm just trying to get him to, put down the cupcake because
Cupcake tastes good. That's what got you into trouble.
Yeah.
Well, what it is
family don't help.
There's plenty of other good sweet stuff to eat. There's dark chocolate. There's fruits and berries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And whatnot. You know what I mean? You can eat all kind of like stuff like that, but it's like you kind of gotta. It's a lifestyle change. But when you're young, you don't really get it till like 25. When like all the bad stuff you eat actually start doing something to you. Up until 25, you can pretty much shove a nuclear missile up your fucking ass and you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
We ride the bike. I got him back in his routine of riding the bike every day. So we go. I come home from the gig and we'll ride the bike, and then I have him swing and hit the bat or whatever. But
does he like bread, rice, white or pasta?
Yeah, he do like those things, but it's mainly them cupcakes and stuff and pizza. He eats too much pizza.
So let me put it like this: if you could get him to cut outside of pizza and the cupcakes, right? If you could get him to cut bread on all his sandwiches and just use lettuce as bread, take away a lot of like the other fixings that's in the middle of his stuff. No rice, no pasta. Stay away from white salt, but he can still eat the cakes and pizza. You hear what I'm saying?
What, once a week or something?
Well, preferably you get one cheat day a week, which is on Sunday when God is not looking. Or Saturday if you're Muslim when God is not looking. Oh, wait, or Friday when the Jewish people will say God is not looking. So basically you get the whole weekend. But for holidays, special days, and one day a week, You eat something bad. You can eat all you want the whole day. It's just sinning day. I had a homeboy that would eat good 6 days a week. No sauces, no drinks. You eat a naked chicken breast every day with nothing on it, just plain chicken breast with nothing. Every day he would always eat salads and eat perfectly through all the day and work out. And then on Sunday he would go to McDonald's. He would eat 50 chicken McNuggets, 5-6 Big Macs. This is no joke, no lie. And he would do this every Sunday. But the other 6 days of the week, he would follow the no rice, no pasta, no milk, no cheese, no fake sugars, no alcohol. Well, your son doesn't drink, but no alcohol. If you got to drink tequila or wine, by the way, if you want to be healthy. Everything else is killing you. But 6 days a week he did this. I watched this guy go from dog like 430 pounds to like 220 right in front of my face in like 8 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
Korean guy. He's North Korean. He was one of them Kim Jong-un niggas. He wild.
I'm doing that. Like I'm feeling great. I'm, you know, when I do cheat, I'll feel it a day or two later. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah. Once you start getting it down, or if you start cutting back a lot of your pork, like me now, I can only eat bacon, but I can't just eat like pork steaks or like pork pieces of product. I'll get sick now. I get nauseous and shit. So you break it up, but the ideal is 6 days a week you eat like you don't eat no milk, you ain't no cheese, no fake foods. If you got to buy something, you pick something with a minimum amount of ingredients, 3, 5, 6 ingredients, nothing with 10, 12, 15 potassium, glutamate, all that, fuck all that. Shit's killing you. If you want chips, just plain chips, plain potato chips is just oil and salt and potato. Fuck that up all you want. But once you get the shit, and barbecue is kind of okay because they don't put milk in it. But everything else, all that other shit, killing us. All the fake sugar, but you can get brown raw sugar, coffee. You can eat all the fruit you want, which fruit is sweet as fuck. All the fruit you want. You know what I mean? All the vegetables you want. You can make sandwiches out of it, salads out of it. It's just...
I've been on my blueberry tip.
Oh, blueberries is another thing, but I will give a warning. Be aware of too much sugar from your fruits.
Yeah.
There's a diabetic aspect to that too.
Yeah.
So they like that. I noticed that because when I got my little mold poisoning thing and I had to fix my diet because it made my eyes turn blue because God snatched my soul from me. I got into like that whole diet shit, and one of those was like, I'll just eat mad fruit. And then I don't know, one day I think I was eating a bunch of shit, and I was like, I'm still acting fucked up. And then I looked online, I was like, yeah, well, don't get too fruit happy because there's a lot of sugar and a lot of fruits too.
Yeah.
And whatnot, you know what I mean? Stay away from nightshade stuff, green peppers, tomatoes. Don't stay away from that stuff too. You pretty much almost want to go the alkaline diet concept of Dr. Sebi. His products are bullshit, but the alkaline diet is legit. And aside from that, eat healthy 6 days a week. Onions, cilantro, garlic, red peppers. These kind of things. Pick a protein of any kind to mix in with it. Sandwiches, just that and third. If you can, do lettuce wraps instead of no bread. But if anything, bread, rice. Oh, BS is back. Let me get back in here. All right, we got BAS back. But I was just saying, you right there,
Yeah, I
BAS.
heard something about rice. Yeah, I'm back on.
Yeah,
Nah,
I was
fucking,
talking
bonus
about how
trying to
you
put.
want to get skinny.
Who want to get skinny?
Oh, I said if you want to get skinny, you cut all the bread, pasta, rice, and white sugars from your diet and whatnot. So instead of bread, you use like lettuce. You know what I mean? So instead of your sandwich being in bread, you use lettuce. Shit like that, right? And then you do that 6 days a week, and you have one cheat day. But you got to call all bread, rice, because pasta, bread, and rice. Basically, if you eat meat, pasta, bread, and rice make you fat. But you know how Asians, they don't eat a lot of meat and stuff, but they eat just all this pasta and rice, and they're still skinny, right? Basically, the concept is if you eat no meat, And you can eat broccoli bread and rice and be skinny. But if you eat meat
Yeah,
and broccoli and rice, it combines, and meat and pasta and bread and rice and all that shit make you fat. So if you cut one of those two out and you just eat like a caveman, just vegetables, nuts, fruits, shit like that, meat, all the meat you want, you'll drop weight. You'll drop like 15, 20 pounds. No exercise.
man, that's not for everybody though, bro.
Well, I didn't say if you wanted to be happy. I said if you wanted to be skinny.
All you gotta do, man, portion your foods out, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? Watch what you eat, like you said, certain, you know what I mean? But don't try
Well,
to kill yourself with that
different.
shit.
My diet, you can eat all the food you want. You can eat a trash can full of bacon, lettuce, and spinach if you want in my diet. You can eat a pack of steaks. You can eat 3 pounds of bacon in a day if you want in my diet. The thing is, don't put no bread with the shit. Don't put no dressings or ranch on it. You eat like a caveman. You got to remember, our body is old. We used to eat things that we pulled out of a ground or yanked out of the water or killed on the ground or got off a tree. We didn't have nothing coming. We didn't have no Cheetos, nigga. 100,000 years ago, the caveman wasn't raised off no Cheeto, nigga. You know, it was like the conquistadors didn't conquer, the Central America on Cheetos. The white man didn't, take over Africa on Cheetos. That's all I'm saying. So it's like you can eat as much as you want. It's just got to be like all this shit that's already been here before we got here. That's my advice. And you don't really got to do much. Just walk as much as you can, cut all that processed shit out, and you'd be surprised how much weight will just fall off your body. Like, fall right the fuck off, no work. Like 5-10 pounds. You look like, I just lost 10 pounds. The fuck what happened? Oh, stop using bread and rice and shit. You'd be surprised. No exercise work. And milk.
I lost 50 pounds, bro.
Huh?
And I ain't do none of this shit you just said.
Yeah, well, that look, man. I'm just saying that's my plot that I figured out. Because you know me, I'm a lazy nigga, right? I don't like working out or running or doing like the diets like people do. They're like, oh, you got to do this to lose weight or do that to lose weight. I'm like, no, I got a way better diet. Maybe walk to the store as occasionally you can, but just stop eating like all the shit that makes you fat, like sugar and pasta and rice and bread. But just substitute with vegetables. And you can eat as much as you want. You can eat a trash can full of vegetables and raw meat. I don't care. Just don't put no goddamn ranch on it. Don't drink no milk with it, and don't put no breadcrumbs in the bitch. Because that's the fuck.
All you gotta do is eat right and stop being lazy. That's all.
Well, yeah. Well, Pete, you can stop being lazy too. But the point is, this is like the lazy person diet because I know everybody doesn't want to work. So if you change your diet and you can lose weight, once people tend to lose weight, you tend to have more energy and want to move around more. And then I'll assume they'll get active on their own because they'll get excited. So it's kind of like I'm trying to like get them that first shot of heroin so I can get them hooked on the product.
Trying to get about samples and shit.
Like, yo, just buy this shit. No, I'll give it to you for $1. Don't worry. It'll make you feel good. It's called a salad.
Huh? I do believe you gotta move around at least a little bit. You feel me? You can't just sit there just because you eating portion now and eating right doesn't mean that you're gonna lose weight like that. You still gotta burn some of that fucking energy out. You feel me?
Well, you still gotta be active and walk and stuff like that and be as physical as you can. Walk to the store if you can. Walk down the steps instead of catching the elevator all the time. Stuff like that. But the surprising thing is a lot of times people are active and they're still fat, but it's because, like I said, they're eating the meat but they got the bread, they got the rice. They think, oh, well, I'm eating rice. That's good for me to have my food. It's like, now, if you're a meat eater, rice and meat, I don't know. They just have all this nasty, good fat sex. I don't know why. Pasta, eat pasta if you play sports, your energy and shit, right? Yeah, that's cool. But if you eat meat with that pasta and that meat gonna get in there and start doing this weird kind of booty warrior shit. And the next thing you know, I'm fat. And white sugars, processed sugars, cheese, milk. Do you know that humans are the only mammal on the planet that eat milk after infancy? Every other mammal on the planet that's warm-blooded only eats milk during the baby years when it's time to grow. Like you know how the technician went from being like this small thing at a 1-year-old birthday party to this huge 6-foot dude right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had his milk. He's done. No more milk. But we're the only ones that ingest it. That's why we get lactose intolerant, and they say and all that shit.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I never drunk white milk a day in my life. Never.
Yeah, I used to love milk when I was a young boy, and then all of a sudden I started to get sick when I would eat too much milk or chocolate.
I mean, well, maybe not even.
Yeah, I used to tease cats for being lactose intolerant when I was in college. I was like, "Oh, you lactose intolerant? You's a bitch." I used to tease motherfuckers and shit. And then I got to be like 25, and then I ate a bunch of yogurt, and I just started like farting all goddamn day. Then I ate a bunch of chocolate, started farting all fucking day. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with me? Drank some milk because I drink the cold milk with the ice like I'm a white boy and shit, right? Like, you know how the white boys in the commercials back in the day, give me a cold glass of white man ice and milk. It makes my white power feel great, right? I used to drink that shit. Now, nigga, I will, for 3 days, I will fart and be sick on my deathbed. I'm just that much milk right now. So it taught me just lessons, man. Like, a lot of the stuff that tastes great is killing us. But vegetables and meat and nuts and fruit, you can eat that shit all you want. God put that shit, weed, all that shit was right here next to the fruits and nuts. All that's what we supposed to eat forever.
Funny as shit. Well, at least with the job I do, bro, I get to exercise all goddamn day going up and down these fucking steps and shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like I said, you don't have to actually go out and work out extra. If you do any kind of basic walking effort, work a course of your day, take the basic trips, maybe even to the store, walk a couple of blocks instead of hopping in a car and driving 2 blocks, shit like that. You know, if people ask you to go do something, you actually get up and go do it. You know what I mean? That's all the exercise you need. It's the food we eat, man. The food be like sneak attacking a nigga.
Like, a lot of people believe that you have to go to a gym to really work out. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go to gym at all. You can do fucking exercise in your crib.
I'm a no workout diet motherfucker. I'm actually anti-gym. Like, matter of fact, gyms is robbing you niggas.
Pretty fucking
Look
much.
at the camera. Gyms is robbing you niggas.
I go to work.
Yeah, exactly. If you got a job, if you got kids, kids is a goddamn gym in their goddamn self. I ain't never had kids, but I used to teach in a school for 2 years, and I had a summer camp where I had 10 kids to myself, 8 hours a day. You number one, you want to know how exhausted you are after saying no, stop, hey, no, stop, hey, no, stop for fucking 8 hours to other people's kids who you cannot choke as you should, man. I used to get home and I used to tell my mom, like, people, I said, yo, you can't talk to me for 2 hours, nigga. I got to decompress from these little niggas. So if you got kids, you're working out all you need to. But change your diet, you'd be surprised. You'll slim down and shit.
Who's in the house with you, BS?
What happened?
Go ahead.
Who's in the house with you tonight, or in the car?
Man, I got a full house over here. I got Killer, you know what I mean? 215 Killer. I got the technician that just stepped out real quick, and I got old boy.
Yeah, what up, bro?
What's up, fellows?
What's going on, y'all?
Yo, you know what fucked me up with these motherfuckers that go to the gym? That they feel as though they gotta spend $1,000 to buy special shoes, special pants. Even the bitches be doing that shit. Man, you can do the same thing in the house without fucking going to a gym, bro.
Yeah, dog.
You'd be surprised.
When I used to play basketball, it used to always be that dude on the court that had all the gear. You know, he had the Iverson arm sock, he had the headband, he had the knee pad, he had the dope sneakers. His shit was matching from head to toe. Nigga, I'm out there in some Timbs and shit.
I hear you.
Balling. It's just all the wrong weapons and whatnot. All the wrong weapons.
I'm cool. You ain't never gonna see me in no fucking gym.
There it is. Yeah, it looks
But
like
then again, I lost a lot of weight, so I'm cool. Like my weight, the way I weigh right now, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm a $175. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you hit your comfort weight, you good. As long as you mobile, you can stay up. You can do what you need to do. You can get up some steps without getting too tired and passing out.
I mean, I look at it like when I was big all them years and shit, it was probably because I was in and out of jail. And, when you in jail, all you do is eating and eating and you're not going on no movement or nothing and shit. So every time I came out, I never had a chance to lose the weight because I was going right back in and shit. But, I haven't been to jail in so many years that, I was able to, lose all that fucking extra weight. But when I was in and out of jail, I was 225, bro, and I'm 175 right now.
Oh yeah. It's good to get down. Yeah, no, I had got up to 260 at a point, and I was like, I gotta change something. I was like, I was NFL linebacker size, but I was not an NFL linebacker. I said, this ain't gonna work. Now I do got a question, Bolo.
Yeah.
What is this effect going on with the Baby Yoda?
Oh, it's a nightlight.
Oh, so the Baby Yoda is the nightlight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Last I propped up the mechanical, the automated Yoda, and then this is my matching nightlight. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do little, I do little take pictures and make memes of it and stuff.
Mr. C, I don't even remember one of the projects that we had back in the day. I don't even think it was a project. I don't think it was just me high fucking around. Remember, I made a picture. It was Yoda, Bill Clinton, and the boy from Cheech and Chong that was smoking in the car.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Remember we learned all that Photoshop bullshit that we learned how to cut and paste and all that shit. Remember I did that picture and shit? I wish I still had that shit, bro.
Yeah,
Volo, you would love that joint, bro. I took a picture from the movie Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke, when they're in the car smoking and shit. I eliminated the one bull and I put Bill Clinton in his place and shit. Remember when Bill Clinton was smoking a cigar in a picture?
Yeah.
Well, that shit looked like a Dutch. So I put that picture next to fucking the bull from Cheech and Chong in the car, and I put Yoda peeking his head through the middle and shit. I don't know if that was a problem. I think that was just me how I put that shit together.
You talking about the scene where they had the gasoline in the car and they lit it up and blew
Yeah,
up?
hold up, Bolo. I got a little situation with the ambulance over here drunk. Give me a second.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I heard the light.
Boy, you got it. Go ahead. Boy, you got it.
You talking about the scene where they had the gasoline all over the car and they lit the blunt and the car blew up?
No, not that one. I'm talking about when they first met, the first movie and shit.
Okay.
That they go in the car and the white boy pull out the big ass joint.
Okay.
Yeah, that part right there. That actual scene right there. Yeah, Bolo, I was shut the fuck out doing shit like that back in the day.
We gotta get you back into it.
Man, shit.
Where am I at with my TikTok? Let me check some of my things. And then I was gonna mention one of the songs you let off with Mr. C was you said Black Trump in your song?
Yeah, that's one of my personalities. Yep.
I don't know if that's gonna help your campaign for running.
No, because all right, so you want me to explain Black Trump? So Black Trump, right? Because Black Trump is everybody's everyday man, but yet he's business focused, he's oriented, so he still wants to be capitalistic, he still wants to get jobs for everybody, he still wants to bring business to the hood, he still wants to give kids business classes. This is what Black Trump wants. And also, you know what Black Trump want? He ain't hearing none of that bullshit you talking about. Is the real Donald Trump hearing what the fuck you niggas gotta say?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. So what the fuck Black Trump gotta hear what the fuck you gotta say? I'm out here riding for the people. I'm out here trying to get niggas jobs and get them off the block. The fuck? But I want you to own a business. Sorry. My bad. Didn't want you to get that apartment complex and run it and own it. My fault. That's Black Trump. Black Trump wants reparations. But he also knows that you got to get these bitches that ain't shit in check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if that doesn't sound like Black Trump is the perfect person to vote for, I don't know what is. Shout out to Black Trump, man. You don't play that. You know what I mean?
That's the videos you be doing, right? Black Trump.
Yeah, it's one of my characters. You know how CeeLo do that multiple voices. I got characters, so he's one of my characters. Black Trump is my capitalist, no nonsense king of the block. You know, so he's like the ultimate people person, but he's also like super capitalist because he wants us to take this shit over the same way everybody else does, and he just wants to inspire the hood to do what everybody else is doing to the hood. You know what I mean? They're doing the same shit to us. We need to do what they're doing to us. Buying up the hood and starting businesses and living in the same house 14 fucking deep. I'm the only person probably in this building that's black that lives in here by myself. Everybody else is Latino. Some got 14 to 27 people living in the same size apartment. They probably all put $3 a fucking month for rent, nigga. They probably got yachts and shit. They probably said it.
Not over here, probably in their country, probably.
They do.
I'm up here paying the rent by myself like a bougie dumb motherfucker. Nah, these niggas is like, yo, yeah, we 47 deep in this bitch, nigga. Like $50 a month for rent for everybody. Like, fuck. Getting it. Get it. All my Filipino homies, y'all got Filipino homies?
Of course I do. Remember my grandma block was all the majority were they.
Did you ever notice all the Filipino kids still live with their parents no matter how old they get?
Would I say that again?
Did you notice that all the Filipino kids still live with their parents? Like,
yeah.
Yo, hell yeah. With his parents up until like recently, just sort of stressed. But his brothers and stuff, like they are roommates. That's how they hit this shit. My homies, the Guanzones, they're like, yo, that's our roommates. I'm like, your roommate? No, that's your mom and your dad, nigga. But the Filipinos, they live with their parents and like death, nigga.
Yo, I got a perfect example of that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know my grandma's house, right? The house that was next door, I had Asian people next door. They were Filipino. Bro, they son is like 30 years old. That motherfucker still living with them and shit.
Yeah. Like even one of the things that I thought that was dope about what a lot of the Mexicans do out here, I noticed a lot of the Mexican guys, once they get 21, you know how most people back in Philly is like, oh, get your own crib, you get your own chick, you got your own baby, whatever, right? All the Mexican parents out here, dog, they let their kids stay there until they're like 35, 40. They be having a straight up full-on wife, girlfriend, maybe even kids, but they don't get in their business. Like me, I live with my mom. My mom want to know every motherfucking last thing that's going on. But the Mexican parents out here, they'll have like their son, like Hector, who's like working, he's doing like cable wiring for $100,000. But pays no rent because he lives with his mom. But he has a girlfriend, and they go out and a wife, and they might even have kids, whatever. And they just live in a. It's just like, man, like why can't we pull this shit off? Because these niggas be riding nice cars. They always got money. They be having money like white people. It make me uncomfortable and shit. I was like, did y'all rob some white people? Like, but they live with their moms and dads and shit. It's amazing.
That shit ain't always sweet though.
Well, I mean, like, you know, because you know, especially East Coast people, we got nosy pictures, but it seems like from what I've seen out here, I've seen about 7 or 8 situations out here, and I'd say about like 7 of the 8, yo, the parents kind of like let the motherfuckers do whatever. They was basically still adults in a house. Like when I'm in my mom's house, I'm like some fucking 13-year-old to her. No matter how old I get, I'm like, Mom, I'm fucking 47. Like, nah, you don't know what you're doing. You're like, don't get pee on the toilet seat. I haven't got pee on the toilet seat in 27 years. But she doesn't care. To her, I'm still gonna get pee on the toilet seat that I did 20 years ago. But with them, I be the dog. They be partying, they be drinking, they be. You know, I don't know if you guys ever hung with Mexicans. After 2 beers, they do some really illegal stuff. And parents don't give a goddamn as long as they go to work the next day and they go with their girl and they go and kick it and leave with their chick. And sometimes the girl live with them and it's never any problem. They're always happy and having people over. And sometimes the father's a drug lord, but that's a whole other thing.
I hate it. Sometimes the father's a drug lord. Yo, you funny as shit.
Oh, yo, dog. I got like 3 drug lord dads. Dude, these are the 3 nicest Mexican men I've probably met. My entire
yo.
Yo, they're about to raid the show. Chill.
We about to get indicted.
Dog, they don't. Dog, I'm not gonna say none of their names, but these guys don't have jobs. They pay all their bills. For some reason, there's somebody always at their front gate asking questions and whatnot, and that's usually the reason we kind of got friends. But then after they get nice with you, they bring you in like family. It's not like your typical hustle guy on the street. No. Yo, come over and eat some food. Yo, come through and watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? So now you sitting out there watching the fight, ain't cutting up, but the dude is like 50.
But you just said the most important thing, though.
They're like, oh, the FBI is on us, so we got to chill for a couple of months. I'm like, I was like, did you come back from that? Apparently they do all the time.
But you said the most important thing. All his bills is paid and shit.
They paid. There's paid. The whole family style house, low riders, crib, full family, taking great kids. The kids didn't do anything wild. The kids were like regular worker people, like doing just, but they lived with them. And I just was like, what the fuck? So the point is, live with your parents when you die, kids. Never leave, technician.
Yeah, you can never leave and shit.
It's better economically, but you just gotta let you do your thing.
But you ain't lying about them Philippine motherfuckers, bro. My block, my grandma block, it's like 1,000 of them motherfuckers, and they only own 10 cribs.
Dog, they eternal with it. They the whole family, they be 2-3 generations deep up in the motherfuckers. As long as you ain't dead, they like lions. As long as you're not dead, the pride will keep feeding you. That's how Filipinos work. It's like, oh, you got a broken leg? Well, nigga, you still alive. We'll keep feeding you. Go sit back over there. We'll call you a roommate. It's like, I'm your grandfather. Well, you're a roommate now, granddad. But they get it. They get it. I told you, I was hanging with the Bosco guys, and I was fascinated when I met them that they all still live with their parents in like South LA in this nice house somewhere. And I was like, dude, you're like a famous actor around the fucking world. You're goddamn fucking Lucy fucking nigga. Your brother is like a mid-level beat dope actor too. Dion and all them and his three brothers, the Bosco brothers. He's a BC actor guy too. And y'all all live with your fucking parents. And they're like, no. They live with us. That's our roommates. And I'm like, you know what, you niggas are weird. And then, of course, now that Dion's, they're older, they're like in their 50s now. They now have the nursing starting to get their own spots. They got a wife and kids of their own now. Like, I think, matter of fact, congratulations to Dante Bosco. He recently proposed to his young lady, and they're getting married. So, congratulations to Dante Bosco Rufio. He's about to get married, and he recently proposed.
He about to get married?
Huh?
You said he about to get married?
Yeah, to some Asian.
Oh, well, you don't say congratulations. You gotta say good luck. That's the fuck you need to say.
Well, you know, I think his bitch, I think she caught the bouquet at a wedding. There was a wedding. You know how the bitches throw the bouquet?
Oh, no.
Well, her homegirl kind of lasered that shit right into the pocket on her. Like, the bitch had to catch that shit like a football. She caught it, and then Dante looked, and then, like, 2 months later, he proposed to her, like, in Paris or something in front of the Eiffel Tower, because, you know, he's, like, all famous.
Get money. Get money.
So that nigga to chill.
Yeah.
Man, good luck. That's what fuck. Make sure he sign a prenup too.
Yeah. And he been with this broad, he been with her for probably like 5 to 8 years already, man. But I think what it is, he's from Cali. And in California, if you get married in Cali, if you're together after 10 years, they automatically get half your shit. So, you remember when Kobe got caught cheating when he fucked the old girl and then his wife was about to leave him?
Right. And he bought her that big ass ring.
You know why he did that? Because they had already been together for 10 years at that point. And she could have left him right then and there and got half of everything Kobe Bryant ever made. But he bought her that big ass ring. And
they saved money by doing that.
Huh?
I said he saved money by doing that. Gotta look at it like that.
The ring was like what, $4 million?
Something like that. It was crazy. A big ass ring.
You're talking not only because I'm sure not only will she get half of what he has now, he would have had shit down the road in perpetuity. So the bigger he got, the more you get.
Man,
so, shout out to Kobe, man.
Rest in peace, baby.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I ain't gonna lie, for years I hated Kobe, bro. After what he did to us in the fucking championship, bro. Him and Shaq, bro, I hated him for that. You know, after that, he was cool though.
I could hate Shaq. I hate Kobe Bryant because I hated him. You know, he was like a tall Allen Iverson. He had the same kind of wild ass game, but since he was 6'6", everything he did, he got away with it. Like, imagine if Allen Iverson was 6'6", how dope he would have been.
Woo,
right?
That shit would have been crazy. Would have been that height, bro.
And they played, dude. If you look at their games, they played the same kind of game. But one nigga was 6'1", 6 feet. Really, I seen the nigga. He really 5'10" with monkey arms.
I'm gonna be real to you. I seen him before.
Go ahead.
I don't think he's 6 foot either. Cause I seen him before.
He's like 5'10", 5'11". I seen him. I used to go to Hampton University. He used to come to play. He's like 5'10", 5'11", but he can jump. His arms like reach down past his knees. The motherfucker got monkey arms and shit. So he did his thing, but imagine if he was 6'6", he would have been Kobe Bryant, 4 or 5 championships. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. So I used to be like, yo, Kobe Bryant only good because he tall. You ever know like how some short niggas hate tall niggas? I guess I was on some short nigga hating a tall nigga. You only good because you tall, nigga. If you was Bubba, you would have had a ruined career too, nigga. If you was 6 feet tall, you would have been shit. Like, so that was my hate with Kobe. I thought he could be better. I thought he was being lazy because he was tall. I ain't like that shit. But once he died, and he retired, I actually started to like him after he retired. He started making nice jokes. He looked funny. He looks like my friend Peyton. I was happy. And then, of course, the minute I halfway started liking him, God killed him. Thanks, God. Good luck. Some bullshit. But, you know, whatever. But I can't hate on him no more. But if we talk about basketball, I will hate on Kobe Bryant's game all day. All day. I used to be able to
Kobe used to play like Jordan.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you how much I used to know this nigga's game. You know how they get the rebound and they're about to come down court and somebody gets the ball? I used to sit there to my homeboys and tell them, based on how Kobe got the ball and he was dribbling, I would tell him, yo, Kobe's about to shoot right now. Or I'd be like, yo, Kobe's about to pass right now. Dog, I was like 98% accurate with the shit where before this nigga even crossed half court, just because of his body language, when he was dribbling, I could tell you what he was about to do. And I was like, and I used to hate the fact that I knew that he was deciding what he was going to do all the way on the other side of the court. And what made Jordan great, Jordan kind of just made it up as he went along. And that's why I used to hate on Kobe Bryant.
Yo, Miami just won this series, bro.
Yep.
Oh, they got him? Oh, that's just some sports rapper, huh?
Yo, listen, bro. I got like maybe 2 more minutes of battery and shit, so in case I get cut off, I mean.
Oh, 2 more minutes. Well, give us some final words in BAS.
You already know. Stay safe, you know what I mean? Get this money. Stay sucker free, you know what I mean? Polo, be safe out there.
Will do.
I guess I'll see you next week. Everybody have a good week and shit. You already know bitches ain't shit.
Damn right, damn.
I'ma holler at y'all, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one, fellas. Have a good one, everybody.
Easy.
So let's see what happened here.
Yeah, Miami won it, yo.
Wow.
Jimmy, I was scrolling through Facebook and all I seen was Jimmy. Like Jimmy did something like amazing again. Jimmy Butler doing his thing. He trying to be the new Jordan. You with me? Or you frozen? You can hear me?
Oh,
all right.
Share screen. Fair use to Yahoo. Fair use.
Off bucket there. Then D'Angelo Russell inbounds to Anthony Davis in the
we can
corner.
talk over it. That makes
Memphis
it
is down to 3 after that.
We talk over it.
We're
transforming on information.
But it's the Lakers in Memphis.
Of the first quarter, Bane.
Yeah, it started playing, so I just like fuck it. It's probably gonna go through all the games, I assume.
The lead was 14 at the end of the first quarter. To the second quarter we go. Tyus Jones with the alley-oop up to Ja. Look at Ja go up and over LeBron to bring that one in. He just absolutely sky into
When I
the
was a
roof
young boy, I
and
used to get up
deflects
like
that one in the bucket, and it's Memphis 48-35. Later, check out LeBron with the steal at the other end. Austin Reeves working on the oop back to LeBron, and LeBron brings that one home, and it's 56-44. Bane misses on this effort, but Ja is just everywhere in this game. He's flying in for the score. And at the half, Memphis led it by 9. We're in the third quarter now, and Memphis went on a 19-4 run after the LeBron 3. Desmond Bane misses, but gets a second chance and hits the corner 3. Watch Bane just sort of relocate, and he gets hit. He knocks the shot down. And then Morant drives and spins for the finger roll. And then it's Morant going to the hoop for another layup with only seconds remaining in the third. This makes it 94-76. So Memphis with an 18-point lead headed to the fourth. And the Lakers made a bit of a run, but there's Bane with the lefty. He draws the foul. Then Jaren Jackson Jr. hits a 3, and Ja's fired up. And the Grizzlies just too much down the stretch. They went on a 31-8 run at one point. They get the win 116-99, and the Lakers still lead the series 3-2.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a classic old timer with cheese and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me. Not 3 for us. It's my $10.99. It's my 3 for me. Hey, get out of here. Nope. Ooh, I can whack hands all day. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Oh, I can put the logo up in the corner.
To the act.
I forget. Now that I got the goal
front
package,
outlet pass, top and ahead of the
Yeah, the Knicks won this one.
And the windmill.
And that's just a complete breakdown defensively in transition by the Cavs.
Toppin has brought terrific energy off the bench since Randall went out with the ankle injury.
That's pretty cool.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
We've worked every other day, the entire first round. We are loving it. Every game seems to get better. We did the Butler game at 56, and John Morant takes off, and flight 12 was cleared as he taps it in. His head was way above the rim when he tapped it through. Mr. Hall. Wow. Oh, my. He absolutely went over LeBron James. He leapt over.
Yeah, what?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, what, me? Oh, you know what? Let's go to YouTube.
YouTube, huh?
Yeah, NBA got the good highlights for this shit.
Fair use.
Fair use, nigga. Like I said, as long as we talk over it, we good.
Oh, as long as we got to talk over it?
Yeah, well, basically, you got to make sure you transform into something else. So you interrupt, you talk over shit like that. So it's like kind of like how Beavis and Butthead used to talk over shows and shit. Yeah, cool. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, dog. That's
able to finish and get 2 feet.
All right, let's see what we got here. So we saw the Lakers already.
But the Phillies won tonight. They came back and they won today, though. They lost yesterday when we went to the game.
Oh, yeah, let's watch the Phillies highlights. Let's see.
Today they won. They actually beat the Mariners today, you know.
Let's see. Mariners,
like I turned the game on. It was a 2-run home run. And then I literally went to the
this page.
And came right back, and it was down 5-2.
Price plan just helps you create
shout
affordable
to State
price.
Farm.
Right.
You know,
I'm not a commercial. Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I might have a sponsor for it too.
That just fit in store and online. They'll fit your budget.
What happened?
Shell sent me a sponsor for our show, maybe.
Package in store and online at Home Depot until May 3rd.
Sounds so racist.
Well, we got the clouds, the gray skies, that's symbolic of what's kind of happening with the Mariners. And the bad news today that Robbie Ray is going to need surgery. He's out for the season. He has flexor tendon repair surgery. For this injury this season, he's done.
Taijuan Walker taking the mound for the Phils, getting a chance to make the start tonight against his former team, Seattle Mariners.
Well, how about Julio Rodriguez? He's won for his last 13. Let's hope he can get it turned around tonight.
He went, says the first base umpire, Andy Fletcher.
That pitch clock is crazy, though, man. The game goes a lot faster.
But that's the thing. You get ahead, you can get guys to chase, but fall behind, they could be a little more patient with you.
Kelnick, first in slugging, first in OPS, third in batting in the American League starting tonight.
Swing and a miss. He went upstairs with a four-seam fastball. And Kelnick's down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Taijuan Walker. That's a 10-pitch first.
Morgan Gilbert coming out with a 1-1 record of 3.57 ERA.
And it's not like he's throwing it to let you hit it.
In runs per game and second and back in the National League.
It's jumping and everything.
He's throwing it away from you.
Stott is 3 for 16 on this homestand. Ball 4.
Like you can help him on the opposite throw so I can hit one
9 pitches. Got to bring straight Turner up. For the last game on Sunday. There's a towering pop-up on the edge of the grass in left. And J.P. Crawford makes the catch. 1 out. Here comes Nick Castellanos. Nice run that Nick has been on. That was out toward right center field. It's pretty well hit. Rodriguez going back toward the scoreboard. Gone! Opposite field home run.
Is that our park's name? Citizen Bank Park?
Number 3 on the year. And the Phillies strike first. On top 2-0.
Yeah.
A lot of good signs here.
And then I went into the kitchen and came back and watched the score.
That may be one of the best signs right there.
Talked about walks being an
It
issue
happened
with
so
Taijuan
fast,
Walker. This
too,
one with 2 outs. And really, Dave, he's been all over the strike zone. And then Cal Raleigh steps up there. He misses with 4 fastballs.
There's A.J. Pollock. Broken bat, slow roller.
Broken bat.
Nice hit for A.J. Pollock.
Mariners have a couple of runners on here with 2 outs.
Bases loaded. Ball 4. Boy, all of a sudden, Taijuan Walker's lost some touch here. 3 straight 2-out runners for the Mariners. Bases loaded. Julio's on deck. JP would look to find some green here.
And then I came back.
It's like a full
Deep
game
right center
game.
field.
Oh,
JP Crawford! Grand slam!
Oh, my grand slam!
The former Philly.
Yeah.
The former
In the
Philly.
Quaker City comes up big, and the Mariners have a 4-2.
Get cable-free live TV with no hidden fees or long-term contracts. And
I came back, it was
channels.
5-2, so they
YouTube
scored
TV.
again.
Try it free.
Get ass nigga.
Lead. JP, man, he's got to be thrilled.
But the count is even on Julio. Yeah, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Julio
This is what I
gives a
came back
drive.
to.
Deep left center field. He's on the board with a home run.
So I didn't even know how they got the
Julio
score. I didn't even
Rodriguez.
see the grand
The Mariners
slam.
lead goes to
I
5-2
literally went to the
against former
kitchen,
Mariner Taijuan
was
Walker.
cooking something, came back and was like, yo,
Those
did
2
you just hit a home
have
run?
been
Wait a minute, why is the score 5-2?
Mundo Sosa will lead things off, making his 5th consecutive start. Back toward the middle, hits off his leg, trickles towards second, and that'll be a base hit for Sosa.
Here is Bryson Stott, leadoff man aboard. Mariners have the lead, bottom of the 3rd.
Here's the 0-2. The out of the way, and Ole by Suarez. Put runners at first and second.
Don't forget after Kyle Schwarber. Morgan struck him out in the 1st inning, and he's 0 for 7 career.
Yeah.
Opposite way, make that 2 for 22, and the Phils get another run.
Sosa scores from 3rd base. Kyle Schwarber is able to poke a single into left field, and he inches the Phillies a little bit closer.
He made it home.
5-3 Mariners lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
Bryson Stott leads things off as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rain continues to fall. We just received word that Taijuan Walker has right forearm tightness. Pulled on the ground, base hit it to right field for Stott. It's his 2nd hit. He has 13 multi-hit games this year. He's been on base 3 times.
Here's Trey Turner. Turner is 0 for 2 on the night.
Ball gets away. Stott on his way to second. He'll get there. A wild pitch.
Bryson, there's no hesitation.
That one's back toward the middle. It'll get Stott over the 3rd.
Well, it's not the at-bat I'm sure Trey wanted, but it was an effective at-bat by getting
Bryson over to third.
Castellanos homered his first time up, grounded out his last time. And a line drive, base hit it to center field. That's his third RBI of the night. Stott will score. It's a one-run game. Well, he's been clutch, too.
Greg Kimbrell on the mound.
63 appearances last year, Dave. 72 strikeouts and 60 innings of work.
All right, so Suarez will lead things off against Craig Kimbrell. Fly ball, right field. Not deep. Cave is over. Still coming in. And one out.
The Oscar with a big
These baseball highlights are serious, bro.
Yes. Next swing, did he go? Yes, he did. It's 11 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching.
Cal walked on 4 pitches, scored in the grand slam in the second. Since then, a fly to left and a pop out to third.
Swing and a miss. Boy, Kimbrell has looked sharp. Phillies relievers tonight each have 2 strikeouts. 12 overall. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. All right, so Craig Kimbrell
this is like a full game.
I
said I'm about to start watching baseball highlights.
Off with Justin Topa, who pitched last night's game.
Yeah.
Nick Castellanos has his third hit. And the Phillies have the leadoff batter aboard again. That is the 5th time tonight they've had that. And Brandon Marsh will be the hitter. And a line drive, just foul. Now that is reviewable. That's too often.
Wow, reviewable. Yo, this shit is crazy with the review shit. I forget they even do it in baseball.
He's challenging the foul call.
Tough to tell there.
Tough to tell, yeah.
After review, the call stands, the ball is foul, Philadelphia loses his challenge.
And there's a base hit into center field. Castellanos around second, headed to third. And he'll get there. That ball just died in the outfield grass. First and third, nobody out.
Wow,
and for
man.
Marsh, he's reached base safely now in 21 consecutive games.
That's Marsh. Marsh the truth.
The tying run is over at third.
Of course, Pops wanted him to cut his beard.
Off the glove of Long into center field. Castellanos scores. The game is tied at 5, and still nobody outs. It's an RBI single for JT.
Look at the big man. Run, everybody, run. That way, JT.
And now the Phillies look to try to get the lead.
Alec Boehm is up. That one's hit through the hole on the left side of base hit. Marsh is being waved around third. Heading for home. The throw by Kelnick. Off the line. And the Phillies take the lead. It's a 6-5 ball game.
This dude's a wild man.
Yeah, but you know, Lee be like, he need to cut his beard. I mean, leave Marsh alone. That's the man.
Alvarado's going to try to close out this one-run game. He's 3 of 4 in save opportunities.
Oh, he strikes him out.
Below back in the second inning.
That's Boom right there.
Base hit.
Oh, well.
JP out of the backyard, digging for 2. He's going to get there. Tying run at second base. What a night for JP Crawford. 3 hits this evening. The tying run comes from Julio Rodriguez.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford at second.
This is a big motherfucker. They ain't got an extra big uniform for his
He got him. And look at the emotion from Jose
you,
Alvarado.
Yep.
The bullpen closes the door for the Phils. The Phillies offense chipped away and came away with a 6-5.
All right, good job, Phillies.
Yeah. Now, yesterday when I was at the game, right? They played this hip hop track, right? This one of the new kids. Now they got these beats all over the place, man. But I was very recognizable, and I see it. I see this guy being used in a lot of TikTok videos and stuff. Yeah. And then so I'm at work, and they was playing him at this gig that I was at today. Matter of fact. And I'm like, well, who is this guy? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? This guy, you know, I'm hearing this guy everywhere, and I'm like, I need to check him out, right?
Yeah.
The rapper, his name is called Pop Smoke.
Oh, yeah, I know Pop Smoke. He's the guy that said.
Yeah. I'm like, you know, like what happened? Like, 20-year-old gone.
Yeah, Pop Smoke, he put his damn address out while he's in LA, and them niggas came through and left. And
wow.
The other niggas died other ways, and that's what it is. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah. Volo Television. Yeah, but y'all want to check me out? Check out that Volo Television. Hit like, subscribe, share, contribute.
Yeah. Let's play one of the short ones.
Here we go. I don't even remember this one. I can't wait to get that computer though. Oh, this is my phone.
So yeah, I'm even trying to make videos about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics using computer science. For example, the CPU is the central processing unit. It is the main center of the computer. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain of the computer, for a brain cannot function without memory. You see, this is real hip-hop we're talking about. Hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. Hop is that movement. So I guess your first question would be, how does the memory get into the CPU? How does it travel there? So the next lesson we'll talk about the different forms of memory. Storage, RAM, and ROM. Yeah, we have a lot of information to cover, especially if you ever want to be, quote unquote, a backhead. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain. You see, this is real hip-hop we're talking about. For example, the CPU is the central processing unit. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain. So yeah, I'm even trying to make videos about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I guess your first question would be, so the next lesson we'll talk about the different, yeah, we have a lot of information to cover. You see, this is real hip-hop we're talking about. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain of the computer, for a brain cannot function without memory. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain memory, for a brain cannot function without. Now, I wouldn't call the CPU the brain of the computer. You see, this is real hip-hop we're talking about. Hip means to know. Hip is a form of intelligence. Hop is that movement. You see, this is real hip-hop we're talking about. Hip means it's a form of intelligence. Hop.
All right. That was a good break. We had to expand the minds and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little bit of something. We had about 10:06. It's the My Part of Town podcast. The show about Philly. We had Mr. BAS on there early with the technician and old boy. And of course, you got BNT, Boulder Mastodon up in the house with the nightlight baby Yoda in the spot looking weird.
Grogu.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then we said we had some more NBA stuff going on. What's going on out here in the NBA world again? Let me see.
Now I finished watching that Picard. It came out pretty good. I don't know if I mentioned that on Monday.
Oh yeah, Picard came out dope.
Yeah, they did a good job with it. It was very entertaining. It was a rehash of the original crew, and getting to see them to do it one more time, and the story was well written. It was a roller coaster ride. You know what I mean? I'm like, y'all gotta calm down a little bit. It's a little bit out of control. And just the way they brought everybody back to do, that one last episode. It even ended, spoiler, it even ended with Q at the end. So we'll see what they're going to do season 4 with Q.
Shit,
and
Q. That's the homie.
Yeah. Q came back to mess with Picard's son. So Picard's son is going to be, I guess, the next episodes or whatever. Him and Beverly had a son together.
Oh, nice.
So we'll see how that flows. Now, Mandalorian, I still got an episode or 2 to do. It did go left field on us. Mando seemed like he about to get killed off. The main character, he about to kill off the main character. It's like they're gonna when the He-Man came back out. He-Man dies in like the second episode or something like that, and they made it basically like a She-Ra movie or whatever show. So it looks like that's what they about to do with Mandalorian. They about to switch it to the woman. You hear me?
Yeah. The man.
Yeah.
So what they about to let the flaggers take control?
Huh?
They gonna let the flaggers take control?
Yeah. That's what it seems like. It seems like it's about to switch to a flagger thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Kill off the men. With the women rule, you know. I know.
I'm not even getting involved, man. My channel's still too new to get canceled. So also on our next news update, because this is fair use, because we are a news show, we are giving commentary similar to Beavis and Butthead news commentary shows, and we just heard that the Miami Heat did some great things. So let's see what the Miami Heat did. Wait, let me get the it's only 360. Okay, fine.
Do you think the players would have this down by now?
Very good, please. I'm going to talk over it.
You make life harder than this jump off his way.
Middleton to Giannis. And a loud finish to start the scoring here in Game 5.
Walk up three.
And they was up 3-1, huh?
Each game of the series so far. Butler to his left, ran into Giannis. Love, 40% career three-point shooter in the postseason, and strokes one from the left wing.
He just had that type of mentality.
Lopez inside, and elected not to try to shoot that ball. Giannis, their mid-range jumper, and it falls for him.
For the Miami Bucks, for the Miami Heat. Talk to the Heat coaching staff. They said Bam playing in the gaps in the pick and roll as Middleton knocks down the jumper. But Bam Adebayo being aggressive in the gaps in the pick and roll is going to be key.
You said it, Brendan. He has been doing round-the-clock treatment. He said he slept with a Norm attack. He slept with a step machine to try to make sure that right half.
Bobby Portis entered the game. Fans promptly yelling, Bobby.
Portis, third and sixth man of the year. Voting as Bruce knocks down a three. Good sign. Holiday backs him down. Back out to Portis. They swing it to Allen up top. Butler from out of nowhere. And Jimmy Butler. A block and a stop. 10-2-1 now for Miami. Holiday trying to get it to Lopez. It's a turnover for the Bucks.
Another steal by Butler.
Oh my God,
here's Lowry, who's a plus 18 in that game for a win.
Martin actually has the most fourth quarter points on the Heat also in this playoff series. It's Kyle Lowry. He knocks down another jumper. If I'm Milwaukee, I'm going right back to Middleton one-on-one against Kyle Lowry, or I'm hunting Duncan Robinson.
Middleton now has 17. He's got the Bucks' last 11 points. Butler goes past him with an easy finish for Jimmy Butler. 11, now 12 or 15 on a Butler break three. Giannis inside. Look at the footwork. Pat Zeller it in. And 3-point percentage. Those are all categories in which they were bottom 4 in the NBA.
And the thing is, they're doing this with Tyler Hero out. That's really been spectacular. As Kyle Lowry knocks out another shot.
Lowry pass Portis up and good.
And Lowry sees something that he likes right now in this Milwaukee defense.
Well, Lopez.
Big Lopez.
He was in New Jersey.
He looked like he did move the
and he was just such a great low post player. It was an all-star playing from 15 feet on in as Kevin Love knocked down the first. But that's just been a smart veteran. Lopez understood as we see Middleton throw the lob up top, and Giannis putting it down.
And he's trying to deal with Giannis. Butler comes. Giannis gives it up, threw it away. Adebayo steps in front of it. Butler with Matthews in front of him. Easy layup for Jimmy Butler. Butler has it. Measuring approach here in this first half. He's got 16. Vincent from the corner. Butler had 16 in the first half. Obviously, we know what he is capable of. That explosion in game 4.
Baby steps.
Are we going to pursue this conversation for the rest of the third quarter?
Okay. We'll get back to talking some basketball.
Okay. Adebayo over Lopez.
Run Kevin Love off the three-point line. And we're not going to just set his feet as Giannis scores on inside very easily.
Love. Another closeout by Giannis to get it back to Butler. He'll try the 3, and he'll knock down the 3. Another chance for Miami. Butler left alone in the corner. Earlier in the series, the Bucks were begging him to take those threes, but then he started hitting them. He'll settle for the reverse. Tough shot by Butler. Giannis comes away with it. Milwaukee has the lead thanks to that Middleton 3. Giannis follows and finishes. He covers a ridiculous amount of territory.
But if he would run this action on the weak side, we'll throw it to Giannis, and he'll sprint right to a dribble handoff and catch the big man sleeping.
Lock teed up for 3 and knocked it down.
You hear this crowd. You hear this crowd right now. The energy in here is crazy.
Allen hit by Steve. A 4-point opportunity for Grayson Allen. Excuse me, a calf issue. Giannis out of the post. Baseline comes back middle and rolls it over the top of the rim somehow.
A little up and under action right there.
Vincent down low. Butler in traffic up and in. Lopez over Zeller up and in. Biggest lead of the night for the Bucks. Portis guards Butler, hesitates and hits Jimmy Butler to the free throw line.
Lopez has Lowry on if they want to go to that matchup.
Screen, frees up Middleton. Oh, he drops another 3.
Don't need to go to that matchup if you got Middleton cooking the way he's cooking right now.
Good job closing out on Duncan Robinson. They'll go and post it up on Adebayo. The shimmy from Adebayo up and over Middleton and 1.
Great post move by Bam. Miami right now has gotten everything they wanted. They've been able to rest Jimmy Butler for the first 3 minutes of this quarter and cut into this lead.
Good job by Middleton to cut on Vincent, but he gets it to Love. And Kevin Love hits a 3.
Holiday reverses course. He wants to close out. He got Kevin Love.
He's got the matchup with Love. Step back. Could this be Jimmy Butler time? Over Lopez rises and knocks it down.
Butler balling his ass off.
Bucks were 9 of 27 with 4 turnovers in the fourth. Butler is free again. Jimmy Butler has 30. Butler to take that mid-range. He's got Struce on him. Out to Matthews.
Whoa, sneaky dub.
Didn't take any of the takes. Finished it off with the defensive rebound. Textbook.
Butler's inside the game and 1.
Oh, wow. These Miami Heat will not go away.
3-point game.
Adebayo brings it up. Butler on the wing. Over Holiday. Got it.
Wow.
Here we go. Here we go.
Time mastery and yet again.
And he is talking right to Drew Holiday, letting him know about it.
Oladipo extends the tie for the moment. Miami can tie and take the lead. 102 minutes to play. Bucks facing elimination. Adebayo ties it up at 113.
What a tough shot by Bam.
Here comes Vincent.
Can't do his foul.
Over Matthews and good.
Wow.
Gabe Vincent.
Big shot from Gabe.
He's got 22. That's a postseason career high.
Oh, no, they turned it over.
What? Lowry had it, and he lost it.
I think the foul's on Middleton.
They called the foul on Lowry.
After review, the defender gets his hand on the ball and deflects it away. This is a legal defensive play by Kyle Lowry. The challenge is successful. The contact by Middleton is ruled marginal and incidental. At the time of the whistle, there was no possession. Therefore, we will jump it up center circle, any 2.
Bucks season on the line.
Oh my God!
And he walks it into the seats. Over the top to Butler. Up and in. Jimmy Butler ties the game with a half second to go.
What a play call!
A timeout and didn't use it.
That's his fault. But the good thing is they have overtime. They have a chance to make it all right.
Butler over the top on a bio, cleans it up. Butler sounds the screen. Fires, knocks it down.
And then the stare down, knocks the jumper down, and then stares Holiday down.
Jordan Middleton inside Giannis. Vincent on him, up and in. Huge bucket from the Greek Freak.
1 minute left.
Martin massages it.
Wow.
And
He fouled him?
by Giannis.
Oh my goodness.
3 free throws from Max Strus for the regular season. He's 1 of 1 in this series coming in.
It's over. He makes up for the lead. Yo, Cody Zeller out there looking like a lawyer out there.
Butler steps in front. Middleton. Allen has it. Down the lane. He
didn't get his shot off! Wow, they didn't get a shot off.
The 6th in NBA history to win as an 8th seed in the first round.
8th seed, upset, bitch. Oh, like Denver and Seattle back in the day. That was dope.
Yeah, that was the one, right?
There you go. Yep, Denver and Seattle back in the 8th seed upset.
Great
for you. Shout out to Jimmy Butler and the guys who are doing their thing, and Home Depot and all the other commercial people and whatnot. What time is it? 10:19. Oh, yeah, we got our Philly bio person. Bruce Davison. Let me bring up his stuff.
I'm seeing Dikembe holding that ball, laying on his back with the ball in his hand right now.
Yeah, laying there crying and shit.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it, man. I don't know how he did it, but we did.
You got the classic voice.
Yeah.
Top 10 all-time voice. Top 5 all-time ugly nigga. What the heart of a soldier. Now let's do our Philadelphia bio. So our Philadelphia biography for this show on this Small Part of Town podcast is Bruce Davison. Bruce Allen Davison was born June 28, 1946. He's an American actor and director. Davison is well known for his starring role as Willard Stiles in the cult horror film Willard in 1971. Academy Award nominated and Golden Globe winning performance in Longtime Companion in 1989. As Thomas Seams in the HBO original movie Vendetta. He featured in the X-Men film franchise through X-Men 2000, X-Men to X2, 2003 as antagonist Senator Robert Kelly. In the 2010s, Davison appeared in Fred Shepsey's Words and Pictures in 2013, had a recurring role in The Foresters from 2015-2016, and shares the screen with Miles Teller and Anna Kendrick in Get a Job in 2016. In his early life, Davison was born in 1946. Let me make sure I put my volume on it. This is on 1946 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His parents divorced when he was 3 years old. He was raised by his mother, spent weekends with his father. He graduated in 1964 from the Marple Newton Senior High School. He entered into Penn State as an art major, and then stumbled into acting as he accompanied a friend to an audition. He attended New York University's acting program, graduation in 1969. He made his Broadway debut in Tiger at the Gates in 1968. He also appeared as John Merrick in The Elephant Man and starred in The Grass Menagerie with Jessica Tandy. Oh, Jessica Tandy, that's a classic name. Davison was one of the quartet newcomers, including Barbara Hershey, Richard Thomas, Catherine Burns. Hey, Catherine Burns, when he made his film debut in Last Summer in 1969 and 1970. Opposite Kim Darby, the film plays a peaceful student protest with a violent outcome. The Strawberry Statement, a year later, he portrayed the title role in the 1971 version of Willard. First of Two, 2015, was based on the novel and Ratman's Notebooks. He also appeared in Uzana's Raid, Page, Marn, Mother's, Jugs and Speed, Short Eyes, Lathe of the Heaven, and 6 Degrees of Separation. Oh, that was that Will Smith one with Will Smith was sucking dick. 6 Degrees of Separation. That was his first gay role. That's how Will Smith got big in Hollywood. That was his gay role to get him big. Davison was as an uncredited extra in Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind in 1977. He was just probably one of the niggas in the cut. Uncredited. He's like, look at this shit. I'm in the cut, nigga. In 1977. In the same year, he played the title role in the TV movie adaptation Summer of My German Soldier. Sounds like a nice family film. In 1981, he led the role of the Wave based on his real events, starring as a history teacher who had conducted an experiment in the Nazi philosophy on his own students. He starred in Tales from the Dark Side, played a role as a father in the short-lived Harry and the Hendersons TV series. Cast as Joseph Papp in the public New York Theater, King Richard III. Additional off-Broadway credits include Love Letters, The Cocktail Hour, Paul Vogel's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, How I Learned to Drive. He also played the role of a Ruby in the 1985 comedy Spies Like Us, starring Dan Aykroyd. Oh, Spies Like Us was this shit. He was in that. That was dope. In 1990, he portrayed a homosexual man whose lover was dying of AIDS and longtime companion. The role earned him a nomination for Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor, Most Picture. He included he includes Golden Globe acceptance speech with the hope of humankind would devote as much effort to the war on AIDS as its war against each other. Davison appeared in other movies addressing AIDS and in a movie called The Cure. He portrayed physicians. Okay, this guy's got a lot of stuff, man. All right. So a lot of shit. Personal life. Davison has been married 3 times and has 2 children. He once engaged to actress Karen Austin and was married to actress Jess Walton in 1972. The marriage was annulled in 1973. He has a son, Ethan, born in 1996 from his marriage to actor Lisa Pelican. They were married in 1986, divorced in 2006. Davison and Michelle Corey married on April 30th, 2006. Damn, he didn't wait too long. He got divorced and married to another bitch right after that in the same year, 2006. This is a marrying motherfucker. And they got a daughter who was born that same year. So, he got a bitch pregnant. That's probably why they broke up. So that explains both of those. And so his whole movie thing is The Last Summer, Strawberry Statement, Willard, Banana Looks a Long Bend, The Jerusalem File, Exoner's Raid, Page, Maine, Grand Jury, Mother Jugs and Speed, Short Eyes, The Gathering, Brass Target, The French Quarter, Summer of My Great Roman Shoulder, The Lady of Heaven, High Risk, Lies, Kinds of Passion, Spies Like Us, The Ladies' Cub, The Misfit Brigade, A Long Time Companion, Steel and Lace, Shortcuts, 6 Degrees of Separation, that was 93. Far From Home, The Adventures of Yellow Dogs, Willow's Kiss, The Cure, The Babysitter's Club, It's My Party, Grace of Heart, The Crucible, Love Life, Polly, Apartment Pupil, At the First Sight, Kings of Heaven, X-Men, Crazy Beautiful, Summer Catch, High Crimes, Dahmer, X2, Willard, Runaway Jury, Hate Crime, Going Shopping, 8mm 2, The Dead Girl, Reach, The Librarian, La Linea, Megafolk, Christmas Angel, Golden Christmas, Arctic Blast, Titanic 2. There was a Titanic 2. Hold up, nigga. Stop. There was a Titanic 2? Bolo, have you seen or heard of this bullshit?
I thought it was in the making or something like that. I never knew they
What the
released
fuck
it.
you mean in the making, nigga? There is no Titanic 2. The ship sank, nigga. What do you mean?
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, it's Hollywood, man.
Wait. I gotta read this shit. No, wait, stop the biography, nigga. Hold up.
This Hollywood, man.
I got to click on this shit. An American Job Disaster Film. What the fuck? But it is a mockbuster. Okay, they were like mocking the movie.
Yeah, I figured Cameron didn't direct it. Is it Cameron that did the director of the Titanic?
Nah, it's like a weird spin somebody put on it and whatnot. Okay. Nigga, I was almost completely fucking done. Like, what the fuck you mean? He Titanic too, nigga. It ended with the ship sank. What do you mean, my nigga? Oh my God, the bitch made it back from the water. Movie over, nigga. What are you talking about? These niggas is crazy.
Could have been a
Okay,
prequel,
it's
you know.
spook. Yeah, or it's something. But it says a mockumentary of like it's like an alternate version 10 years later, and they said that global warming caused the accident in the version of their movie. So I guess that was their flip, right?
Okay.
Camp Hill, the Justice League, Crisis on Two Nerve, Munger Road, 3 Holiday Trails, Earth's Final Hours, Coffin, Elwood, The Return of Killer Shrews, Lord of Salem, Saving Lincoln, Words and Pictures, Persecuted, Black Beauty, A Leisure Class, Oceanus, Act 1, The Curse of Sleeping Beauty, and Get a Job, The Bronx Fool, 9/11, Love Locks, Yamasan, The March of the House, Insidious, The Last Key, Abnormal Attraction, Itsy Bitsy, Wishman, The Great Alaskan Race, More Beautiful, Haven't Been Broken, Christmas at the Plaza, We Still Say Grace, The Manor, and Condor's Nest, which he just did this goddamn year. I'm not even going through it. This nigga is a working ass nigga. So shout out to this mother. Anything you got to say about the God, Mr. Work His motherfucking ass off, Bruce Davison?
You know, that's Hollywood.
Yeah, shout out to him repping Philly like real niggas do. So we had the official ending of the show and whatnot. So I'm tired. I ain't got much else to say. I don't know. I might pick one of your videos and call that the play. We're gonna put on your videos to close. It's one of those longer ones. And then we're gonna call it that the show. So this was My Part of Town podcast. You got any words for him, Volo?
Nah, no, the words of wisdom. I'm on my double negation right now, which is actually a positive thing to do. You know, with dealing with you know, I was going to get into Boyce Markins and his moistness.
What do he do now?
He made a video talking about, you know, it's like when you're talking about Ponzi economics, and then when you try to change it to like a philosophical ideology of what economics is, it's like now you know he's on some, you know, well, you know, time is more important than money, and you know what I mean, and health is more important than wealth and shit, right? So
That's
now
right.
it's like, all right, come on, man, like, you know, pick a side, nigga, like.
That's how I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't trust Moist. Moist is
Yeah, Moist and shit. You know what I mean? So you know, he capping again for the you know, bitches ain't shit to you know, life's a bitch, you know. We gonna do that one of these episodes, man.
What's that?
Break down the actual lyrics on one of these bitches songs. You know what I mean? Let people understand what's really being said and what's really being told. Because the bitches ain't shit joint is funny because it starts off with Dre verse, right? And Dre is pretty much predicting like this is what I'm gonna get married and she gonna end up taking half my shit and blowing the other man's dick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then it ends with Snoop coming home to his cousin messing with his girl.
Right? Pretty
you
much.
know what I mean? Like I almost shot my own cousin because of you know?
All right.
Classic. And that's what's happening in our world right now. So I know. That's all. You know what I mean? Check out some more of the videos. I'm on my family, you know, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Oh dang, I forgot Mail with a Monster.
Huh?
What is this one?
I don't know. No, or not, but
fair use, nigga, fair use.
Fair use, man. Fair use. We're gonna play this out, get us to the 10:45 mark, and we'll shut it down. But I figure, got a show, might as well play some of this stuff on there too, right? Why not, right? And we basically own it. It's your stuff and my stuff. Why not? We can play it. We should play it. It's fair use mentioned. It looks like my streams are staying up, so looks like we're doing good. So.
You been checking the chat?
Oh, yeah. See, on the StreamYards, I get all the chats. So I get my Facebook chat, my Twitter chat, my Twitch chat, and my YouTube chat. So if anybody chats in any of them, I'll see it right here, and I can reply to it.
All right.
Yep, like if you see me bring up the different names, I bring up the different logos. Those are all from the different chat streams. One's from Facebook, one's from YouTube, and the other one's from Twitch. So I can also see anybody that comments in here. Just nobody watches or comments on our show.
And one last thing before you play this, because I've been watching Kenny Parker's video thing. He has a real good story if you can get to check it out. We're talking about Biggie and the beef between Biggie and Boogie Down Productions, and how Biggie was he didn't like how he didn't understand what Karis Sweat meant saying I am hip hop. So some guy misquoted him saying that, and saying that dissing Karis One, and like the misunderstanding of Karis One saying I am hip hop, and then that caused Karis One to shut down everything, go straight to the radio show and drop what he meant by the philosophy of the metaphysics of him saying I am hip hop and how we all hip hop and what we need to do to make the culture represent us. And of course the beef that beef was like unknown. So I know at the time Karis One dropped the Automatic, and that was the track I always thought he was coming at Tupac. But now I'm listening to it again. It's like, yo, he might be coming at Biggie with that track too. You ain't really name called drop.
If you listen to enough KRS-One songs, he's had beef with everybody.
Yeah, I know. But but that was the beauty of it back then. It's like, who is he coming at? Or between him, Big Daddy, Rakim, everybody. So it wasn't really name calling. I'm gonna come shoot you up and be dead like Smoke gone.
Yeah.
So
like the Who I Smoke, baby. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah. I know. All right, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's how it goes down in the hood. So let's see
coming up as fast as I can,
Yeah, that's the game.
Back to real hip hop. We like to call this show 10 Minutes of Hip Hop. Here on Volo Television. We dropping that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for you. This is Volothan Modulus Tautology, and I'm just here to just spit some thoughts at you about the culture that I grew up with. We spell culture with a K, of course, not because we killers, because knowledge is what we seek. We want to understand. We want to grow our wisdom. You know what I mean? Let the beat flow a little bit for you. We're doing our thing. Like I said, I'm giving you 10 minutes of hip hop. This is officially volume number 2, I guess. 10. If we was to analyze this in binary code. Tonight I'll be on my Part of Town podcast. Actually, we call it Noodle Free Mondays at Mr. C Twitch Gang. But I know since the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl, I know we're going to talk about Philadelphia a lot. I know I can see it already. That's all Mr. BES going to want to talk about. But we try to do some philosophical, psychological, sociological analysis of what's a noodle. Now, I don't know how deep we're going to go into that. We'll see. But I know we're going to get distracted quick because, our Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let the beat rock. Now, where am I going with this one right here? The first episode I talked about the greatest verse of all time. And I didn't get much response. Nobody really wanted to share their comments. And that's the biggest concern with what's going on with hip-hop and hip-hoppers in general. It's like, we'll talk about this kid, 20-something year old got stomped and murdered by these
black cops, but we won't talk about KRS-One's what album is that? You know what I mean? Black Cop and Sound of the Police. Return of the Boom Bap album, right? We won't talk about the lyrics of that album and how that album's actually the template for what they tell us that Black Lives Matter is. And hence, what we have going on is the government telling us what Black Lives Matter. They defining us, what Antifa is. They defining what LGBTQ, you know what I mean? They defining all these movements, and it's like, that's not really hip hop, right? That's not hip hop right there. This is hip hop right here. You see, way back in the days when hip hop began, with Coco Rock, Who Hurt, and then Band, B-boys went to the latest jams, but when they got shut up, they went home and said, damn, right? We share them lyrics to help elevate the minds of the people. You know what I mean? Melly Mel started it off with what? Broken glass everywhere. People kissing on the corner like they just don't care. Can't take the smell, I can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. Tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a crowbar repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes that make me wonder how I keep going under, right? That was hip hop. Today they talking about some, shaking booties and titties and they want to be witty and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That garbage. Like, we was analyzing brand new thoughts, right? Like, I gave my top 5. I said, I just threw the numbers out there. I said, Big Daddy Kane number 1, right? Rakim Allah number 2, right? Cool G Rap number 3. So I had to add the gangster, right? Slick Rick number 4, The Ruler number 4, right? And then I put KRS-One number 5. Now, nobody wanted to have a discussion about why I put it in that order. And nobody wanted to have a discussion about the lyrics that they spit. You know what I mean? They didn't want to have, it's like, how we going to have 212? Yeah, I had technical difficulties right there. But y'all don't want to have discussions about the actual lyrics or about the greatest lyrics. You know what I mean? Like I use Bomb Atomically, Socrates Philosophies. You know what I mean? Inspector Deck came at our next with that, right? And it's like, and then I'm dealing with on the aspect of how should I really move, what direction should I get? Because right now I have an 11-year-old son, like I keep letting y'all know. I call him a preteen adolescent. He's not 12, he's not 13 yet. And it's like, we play Pokemon. You know what I mean? Right now, Pokemon, I think they sold 4.5 million copies between, when it first came out. So you're talking about one of the top selling games in the worldwide. Like, but you're dealing with parents that's not adding parental guidance to their children. Like, they just put them in front of a PG-13 movie, and it's like they not there to share the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom of the murder and the sexual deviancy and all that stuff that's going on in these movies. So that they're doing the same thing with these video games, right? But then you got the government coming and say, "Oh, it's the video games, it's the movies, it's hip hop, it's the music, right?" And it's like, nah, me and my son, we play Pokemon. We don't play that Call of Duty. You don't need to, that. Like, we play Splatoon, so we do the gunplay a little bit, but we ain't on that. You know what I mean? And Pokemon is a throwback. I shared the art of an old game from Electronic Arts, right? The name of the game I used to play back in 85, 86 was Nail or the Monster, right? Now this is way before Pokemon's time, right? Now I do want to do like a videos on like reviewing old games and videos on reviewing Pokemon. Like that's what a lot of these kids do, and they get a lot of views for sharing just their opinion on their movie review or their video game review. But we as hip hoppers, we don't even do it with our own music, our own lyrics. We let them determine what music is. You know what I mean? Like what, and then all they're gonna do is blame it, right? Like when Kendrick said, like when Kendrick spit it, how much a dollar really costs? The questions is detrimental, paralyzing my thought. Like he was dropping that knowledge on us, but these young boys don't spit those lyrics, right? And they get mad at me when I step to them like, yo, you want to battle? Let's see if you know the lyrics of your own people, right? God forbid I, do some Kendrick or Lupe or Mick Jenkins, you know what I mean? Like I start spitting the new kid stuff and they looking at me like I'm crazy, right? But that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to jump on real quick, you know what I mean? It look like I only got a minute left. And, you know what I mean? That, we'll come back to talking about Pokemon. Like me and my son have been recording our battles, and I'll share some of that. And we're trying to make some little shows of us, like a cartoon spin-off of us battling on Pokemon. And I got for the older cats, if you're familiar with Nail or the Monster, you know what I mean? We can talk about those things, the older games. That was on my Commodore 164, because me and my son, I'm already teaching him how to translate binary code into a numeric system. I'm already teaching them how to, basically program in BASIC, which was the beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code. You know what I mean? That's what hip-hop is. It's an intelligent movement, right? And that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for hip-hop, right? It's an intelligent movement, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We try to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. We ain't here to shoot each other up. We here to share. You know what I mean? We about that peace, that unity, that compassion. It's all truth, love, and courage. Right? And credit of cops. We love hip hop. That's like that. One. God. That is. Check it out. Crazy mix, right? One. I get movie review on it. Freedom, justice, and equality. Because that's what we're trying to do over here on the vote. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, yeah. I promise to do a video every at least 3 videos a day, but I've been busy today, so I just want to throw this one together real quick. Drop some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help people understand to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. Because that's what we're trying to do over here on the Volo Television, the My Part of Town podcast. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to call this new network that we're generating, this Black network of entrepreneurs like ourselves that need this media to reflect us being hip hoppers, because hip hop is an American culture created by us, the children of the 1960s civil rights movement. When I say children, I'm talking about as young as Claudette Colvin or Ruby Bridges. If you're familiar with their stories and you know what happened to them back in the 60s, I myself believe that hip hop began in 1971. That's the year I was born. So that's how I reflect this culture that was given to me by my friends, family, etc. And we created it together. So that's what we about. Now we say the civil rights movement because we are talking about Malcolm X
We're talking about Martin Luther King and Stokely Carmichael, aka Kwame Ture. Now, as we go more into it, I mentioned all these names before, but that's not the topic that I wanted to go over real quick with y'all today. And I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I used to do this little podcast or little quick rap or re-rap or whatever you want to call it of what we've been doing and what we've been talking about and helping people to understand this is what we need to do in order to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. I have to repeat that. What the buzzwords you hear a lot of is critical race theory. Now, what is critical race theory? You got to get the book. I'm not going to look it up right now. I'll share that again. But there's two people in particular that wrote a book called Critical Race Theories as an introduction. And you really have to read that book to understand their perspective of what they see critical race theory is. Now, I can read that book. I was tempted to prove the point of it being whatever it is, whether it's psychological, philosophical. I'm sure it's not epistemological. Because it's, it's probably more psychological because that's what they're doing to us. They're running psychological games and testing us like we're lab rats in order to control us. Now, those that understand that are quote unquote woke. So when they mention woke all the time, it's like they're talking about black people. And it's like, yes, to a degree. Yeah, they're talking about black people. But really, they're talking about hip hoppers. You know what I'm saying? Because we're on a new level of understanding life and how it works. You see, we go all the way back to the pre-existence of the mathematical, the biochemical equations. We're talking about the manifestation of God, our planet Earth, air, fire, water. You know what I mean? We talking about the elements like we Avatar. Like we the Avatar. Sorry for the clicks. We'll figure that out. And I ain't gonna do it over again. I just wanted to, drop that for you real quick. And I wanted to point out, like, I wanted to do numbers as we, Mr. C. I'm gonna be on the podcast tomorrow, and I'm gonna promote it as much as I can tomorrow. My part of town, Mr. C. Twitch gang is what we, his site. Mr. C as MISTA, Mr. C SEE, Twitch gang, like we a gang. And the name of the show is My Part of Town, and we record it tomorrow. And he's going to Blitzkrieg. He's going to start putting it on YouTube and all the other channels as much as he can to promote it. But check the hashtag on Twitter because we've been talking about it on Twitter to let you know what times we're going to be on. Right now, we're just doing Mondays and Wednesdays. If y'all wanted to join us live, if y'all wanted to link up with us, you can do that there and search for us and just send a message and inbox us and, send a question or something if you want us to talk about it. I know I'm going a little bit off topic a little bit because I just wanted to share how y'all can get in touch with us and what we're trying to do. Now, what we did mention at one time, and I'm not going to really rhyme on this one, was we started looking at, all right, now we're trying to build this. How we gonna make this money? How money works? Now, Mr. C has the perspective of money being a Ponzi game. Now you got to listen to him explain that, and I'm laughing because he's trying to explain how economics is a Ponzi game to a bunch of pansies, right? You know what I mean? They're really not socioeconomically woke yet. Like, you know what I mean? They don't know the difference between macro and microeconomics, let alone some Ponzi scam, right? So I'm trying to explain it on the philosophical lecture. So I just started off with, all right, here's the philosophical side. Here's the philosophical socioeconomics or economics or whatever you want to call it. I'm starting to develop it as epistemological economics, alliteratively. But what I mean by that is that money is time. Let's look at it logically equivalently. And then now we can analyze, all right, where we going from there, right? But it's one thing at a time. So I'm just looking at subscription numbers. Like my sub numbers is real low on this channel here. I'm only at 20 deep. All right, whoop-de-doo. I'm going to build it. I'll find one or two more in the next week or so. And then I'll be at 40, 50 or whatever by the time, I keep practicing and keep putting it out there and keep sharing it with friends and family. And, it'll grow.
But what I wanted to show you was that when I look at sites like Anthony B. Logan, who's at 970K, that's 970,000 subs. He almost got 1 million subs. And he's basically a black Republican. Now, when I say that, he does says he's a conservative, straight up, period, right? But he does also recognize that the Republican Party is full of what he calls and what a lot of black conservatives call rhinos, meaning that they're Republican in name only. They're not really Republicans. They're not really about that life, that conservative life. You know what I mean? They're more into either rightist or leftist ideologies. They're not into America as a nation. All right. Same on the other side, but we'll get on to them later because I'm really pissed off at them right now because they controlled all 3 of the houses. And every time a black person says, well, listen, we need help. We need to close this social wealth gap. We need some kind of reparations. Our families are falling apart. We're getting divorced. Our women are getting nothing but abortions. And they're talking about, well, God gave you a choice, right? Or the one that kills me is like, oh, wait a minute. Look at my track record. Look at how I help black people, right? That's Biden the thing, right? And it's like, all right, now I turn to the left and right. My brother over here gets fired. My brother over here dies. My brother over here, like, and it's all because of the health care or whatever he should have got Obamacare. Like, they're running all these games, and then more and more information coming out about this, the vaccine or the COVID or, et cetera, et cetera. And they sitting there arguing about that. And meanwhile, we're still suffering and we're deprived and we're still, our families are breaking up and black people as we knew it from the 60s is being wiped off the face of the earth. We're now becoming African Americans like Barack Obama, who didn't know his daddy at all. So that's why I call him Barry Durham. Yes, I'm being fun, making fun of him. Not necessarily for being biracial, but being, hey, he had to choose between his mother and his father. He's going to choose his mother every time. Now, how does that help black people? Yeah, I'm getting too deep for you. But like I was saying, Anthony B. Logan's at 970,000 subs, and he's a black Republican. Yet, right? Yet, he's doing great. Then I look at Jason Whitlock, who's actually should be more popular than him, because he was on the sports stations and all that, and he does man talk too. And nor does he doesn't say that he's a Republican. He says he's independent. But he's only sitting at 224,000 subs. And what's hurting him is the fact that he says that he's Christian and it's about putting Christianity first. See, Anthony B. Logan doesn't say Christianity first. Anthony B. Logan says, I got my rifle, I got my Bible, and I got my American flag. That's the black conservative way he's saying, right? Whereas Jason Whitlock is saying, I'm Christianity first. I'm about God, that my God being first. And I think that hurts him more than helping him. And that's just ironic to me, right? And then I have others. I have Professional Black's Truthers only at 117,000. But I want to talk more and more about their subs and what they be talking about and how aggressive they are, who they put first, whether it's God first or Professor Black Truth will say he's black first. And we do have our own people looking at Professor Black Truth saying he's a black supremacist. Like, what? And then looking at Anthony B. Logan saying he's a sellout. Like, what? We really have some issues going on. So that's why I laugh at when my brothers go, critical race theory. And then I say, well, you do have to analyze it as black critical race theory and white critical race theory. And it's like, no, you trying to separate it. You're part of the problem. Like, no, I'm just part of the solution. It's just that you don't want to look at, Booker T. Washington, Carter G. Woodson, all the great orators back of the early 1900s, late 1800s, 1850, beyond 1850 and stuff, Frederick Douglass, the ones that actually was writing, quote unquote, critical race theory, what black critical race theory was back then. and why we're still being affected by death, divorce, abortions, destruction of our neighborhoods. And we keep looking at these Democrats as to help us, when the last thing that the great Martin Luther King said was, it's going to take billions to rebuild these communities, to rebuild our families. And they keep turning their back on us. So, but I'm gonna end it on that note. Just giving y'all something to think about. This is real hip hop right here, not that watered down stuff, right? Check out the Hip Hop Alliance. That's one of our new unions that we're gonna be working on for artists. Check out those the people that were saying check out their websites. You know, I mean, don't just get caught up in listening to 3, 6, and 10 CBS, because you'll start seeing the CBS, even Fox. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up in Fox. Y'all tell me I'm caught up in Fox. Like, nah. I'm not registered Republican or Democrat. I am also, quote unquote, independent. That's what I'm registered as. So the preliminaries when it comes to Trump versus DeSantis, I can't vote. And I'm not registering to vote for Republican. It's whoever wins. You know what I mean? But then come November, when it's time to vote between a Democrat and whoever else I want to vote for, I'm not voting for them Democrats. Not until they recognize that, even though they're getting all our support, that's what Malcolm X said famously, right? Keep voting for them. They control 3/3 of the government. They keep telling you they're going to help you. And not only are you a chump for voting for them every time, not only are you a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. Look it up. Stop crying. Let's build one God. That is.
I'm going to close on my part of town podcast. About to shut it down. Give me some food. Give me some rest. You still there, Volo?
Yeah.
All right, fam. Peace out, God. Have a good one.
All right, fam.
Yeah. Oh, and always, before we get out of here, love is good. Life is better. You better do something that's going to make it last forever.
There it is.